Hey, how's it going?
Good. Hey, did you hear that?
Hear what?
Oh, all right. Never mind. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Hey, welcome back. This is Jerry Nines coming at you with one of the coolest guns I've had my hands on in a long time. As far as the cool factor goes, this is definitely at the top of the heap. So this is Maxim Defense's MK4SD pistol. Essentially, this is a Ruger Mark IV pistol with an integral suppressor. The barrel under here is about 3.5 inches long. It is ported. And then we have a Monocore suppressor up here. We'll get back into the studio and we'll go ahead and do sort of a stem to stern on this. We'll let you take a look at the suppressor and all that other good stuff. But for now, let's just go ahead and take advantage of the weather and let's get some shooting done. So here we are. Again, I'm running CCI standard velocity. Remember I mentioned that subsonic barrel, so that barrel is actually ported, kind of like the MP5SD. It can take supersonic or normal velocity supersonic rounds from here, and by the time they get out here, they are subsonic, and that makes a huge difference because you don't get that crack we all know about. So let's go ahead and just put a couple rounds through it. You know, microphones don't pick up the sound of suppressed gunshots in any way beyond, at least you can tell the difference between it's suppressed or it's not suppressed, right? In this case, this thing is very quiet. You'll notice I'm not wearing any hear protection, and it is just a dead quiet gun. Really, really fun. This one I actually got from, there aren't too many of these around. You'll notice this has like that really attractive gray. I think it's a Cerakote, but I'm not sure, but it's definitely gray. This was done along with some other colors like flat dark earth and olive drab for one of the distributors I work with, MGE Wholesale. They're not sponsoring this video. They don't know I'm making this video. But if you happen to want one of these, I know that they're exclusive to them, and they have a couple of these left. So I bought 2 of them. Probably going to try to buy a couple more because I really like this gray. I do want to point out there are no sights on the gun. It does come with this optics mount on it, and it also comes with the receiver tapped. What happened was I bought this gun because I was like, hey, that's really James Bond. I want to own one. And so I bought it for my personal collection before I got any of that done. Like the day that I got it in, I showed it to somebody and they said they wanted to buy it off me. So I'm like, okay, I'll sell it to you. So I have another one coming for me, but this one is already gone. Because it is a customer's gun and not mine, I do have his permission to shoot it for this video, but I haven't put any optics on it. So with that, I will show you, I'll drop it a target here in a minute, just standing 10 feet away and just aiming using the top of the suppressor to aim. I got a really, really tight group. Obviously at 10 feet, that doesn't mean anything, but we do know is that that Ruger barrel, which is in there, even though it's ported and has been chopped by Maxim, it's still great quality, great accuracy. You know, sometimes with a suppressed firearm, whether it's integrally suppressed or not, you can get your rate of fire up high enough to where you sort of start outgassing the suppressor, and you'll hear that sound go up a little bit. In this case, I've already done a couple of rapid fire strings, and that has not been the case. Let's just kind of see if we can notice anything with a rapid fire string right now. I mean, it is all the same. So this is absolutely my James Bond moment. Okay, we're back from the range. Let's take a closer look at this Maxim MK4SD. One thing I want to make clear, I had mentioned out at the range, I said, you know, these are exclusive to that MGE Wholesale. I put different things up on the screen just to be clear about that, but let me just be crystal clear. This is not exclusive to MGE. It is the Cerakoted color. So they did the gray, the FDE, and the olive drab, olive green rather. So Yeah, you can get these from a number of different places, including directly from Maxim Defense, I'm sure. So first of all, before we do anything, let's just go ahead. Yes, we are no magazine, and we can both visually and physically inspect, and our gun is clear. So yeah, you know, what is this? This is, again, a Ruger MK4. What Maxim does, Maxim Defense, is they buy these, they then chop the barrel and port the barrel, and then they put on this sleeve here, and then we have the suppressor in here. We'll show all of that here in just a moment. First and foremost, if you own any of the Ruger 1022s, by the way, this one is based on the 2245 frame. What that means is that this has the same grip angle as a 1911. Really great for training. By the way, if you don't own a 22, you need to get a 22 because they're great for training, especially new shooters, teaching them not to flinch. And it's also a lot less expensive, right, to shoot 22. Yeah, all the same things that apply to a regular Mark IV Ruger apply to this one, including the fact that we can disassemble it without needing 3 hands, literally just pushing this button on the bottom or the back of the receiver, and that can just slide off, right? So that's number one. And then of course your bolt just slides right out. Now, in terms of the actual suppressor, we'll just go ahead and put this back together really quickly. There we go. So the barrel down here is only about 3.5 inches long. And here is our suppressor. You'll notice that it does have space here, so you can put a ratchet on there if you want to, a nut, driver. This is a Monocore suppressor. It just simply unscrews and comes right out. Now this is really nice because for those of you that don't have any experience with shooting 22 suppressed, it gets dirty, right? It's dirty ammo, and you get some lead fouling in here as well. The ability to take this out and clean it is really nice. It is aluminum. I suggest not putting them in an ultrasonic cleaner, but yet just the ability to have access to that is a great thing. So that's that. Now I am told that if we put this aside, I am told that this section here does unscrew, but you know what? I've tried to unscrew it, and I can't. I can't by hand. I don't want to put any tools on it because, as I mentioned, this is actually a customer's gun. He's graciously letting me use this for this video. So we're just going to leave that, but I have seen other videos where it is disassembled and you just have a short ported barrel there, right? So again, as I mentioned earlier, the thing about a ported barrel is that it allows you to use standard or super velocity or super, did I say super? Yeah, supersonic, not super velocity. Allows you to use standard, which is supersonic 22 ammo, and the ports make it subsonic, which gets rid of that crack. We already saw it shoot. We know that it is backyard quiet. Sounds like a staple gun. So this is the Maxim Defense Ruger MKIV-SD or Mark IV SD, integrally suppressed. And I have to say, if you don't have a 22 and you're thinking about buying one, the Ruger Mark IV is not a bad one to get. And you know what? For not a lot more money, you can actually get one of these integrally suppressed ones. Come January of 2026, the NFA tax is going to subset according to recent legislation. So you won't have to pay that additional $200 tax. One other thing that's kind of interesting about this right before we close is that this is a 2 serial number item. I think I may have mentioned that out on the range. You have 1 serial number for the pistol, 1 serial number for the suppressor. Hey, that's all I have for you today. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Jerry Nines. God bless America.